Okay, boom, we're on. Can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's shoot. I always like using a slide. I always prepare my slide for my classes so that I can be guided in the things I need to do. All right, today is the grand finale, and today is going to be a culmination of what we have done in our previous classes. Why I say a culmination? Because everything boils down to how you can monetize this skill. All right, like I said, even though you love web design, you may love helping business owners, you may love doing the thing you do, but if you can't convert it to money at the end of the day to be able to pay your bills, right, then you can't go on for long, because you won't even have lights to plug your laptop to design websites. You won't even have money to buy data if you can't make money from this thing. Are you getting it now? So it's very, very important. All right, so today we'll be looking into client acquisition. How do you acquire clients? Where do you get these clients? Where are they? How do you reach out to them? How do you price your services, okay, in such a way that it appeals to them? And then your portfolio strategy. How do you set up your portfolio? And then roadmap to the bootcamp. We're also going to talk about that as well. All right. So what are we going to look at specifically today? How web designers get clients. Like I said, we'll talk about that specifically. And then, of course, how to start fast. How do you get started? All right. So today is actually the day for the transformation aspect of this free training. All right. Day 1, day 2 was more of informational, even though day 2 was practical. All right. And again, that reminds me, yesterday at the end of the class, I said I was going to set up a WordPress account. For those of you who were there, I said after the class, type presents, send me a DM with presents. Only one person came, and I set up the account and gave to him. So the rest of you, well, what happened? It didn't come around. So you must know that. Yeah, you said what? You must know that 70% of what we do in this training is practical. All right. So you have to be inclined towards practice, because no matter what you learn, even from this free class, if you don't practice them, please can you mute your mic? Lawrence, please mute your mic. Hello, please mute your mic. You're getting hold back from your end. All right, everybody should mute their mic, please. Unless you want to ask a question, so you can let me know. Raise your hand or you're mute. Let's be organized, okay? So, like I was saying, practice is very, very important. Without practice, you cannot gain mastery. All right. Without practice, you cannot gain mastery. You need to write that down. It's one thing to learn, to acquire information, to observe how something is done, but the best way to learn, the best way to install that skill or that ability in you is by doing it yourself. Okay. So when we're talking about web design as a skill, not just a skill, a tech skill, you cannot afford not to practice. Okay, so yesterday I walked you through quite a lot. We took like almost 2 hours yesterday dissecting everything about WordPress. Okay, so from day one, we did understanding websites and the web design industry. We talked about that in day one. All right. So we also looked at foundation of web design. I walked you through that. And then clarity on the career pathway. I also walked you through that. That's what we achieved on day one. Then on day two, which was yesterday, I walked you through the entire WordPress dashboard. WordPress dashboard. All right. We looked at the themes, we looked at the plugins, we looked at menus, we looked at pages, we looked at posts. I even, showed you how to create a post. I showed you how to create a page. All right. And then also we now went ahead to do a live demo. We installed our WordPress software and then even built a full website in a matter of minutes using a template. Am I right, guys? Who was here yesterday? Can I get a confirmation?
Yes, that's true, sir.
Okay, great. So we built a full website in minutes just by using a plugin called Starter Templates. Like I said, WordPress is a magical software that you use to build websites. In a matter of minutes, we already had our website up and running. All right, so the next thing is now to start customizing it, designing it, changing this and editing that. All right, let me even show you the website that we built yesterday. I think it's somewhere here. All right, and then afterwards I said I would like you to replicate what I did in class, what we did in class, and I said send me a DM with the word present. So one person did. I set up his own account for him, and then of course he's onto it. All right, so I just said that to say practical is very important. Now you need to go watch the video. The day one is already on the group chat, like I said. So by tomorrow, hopefully day 2, day 3 video will be ready up there. So watch the videos and try as much as possible to practice what we have shared so far. All right, but then don't just stop there. Where you don't just want to stop there. You want to take this thing to just from awareness to mastery. And where we get mastery is in the bootcamp. So there we'll take you hand in hand, giving you personal mentorship from beginner or even wherever you are to pro level going forward. And then you can start monetizing that. All right. And I said for everyone who attends these trainings and you get involved in the bootcamp, your first clients, I'll work with you personally to get your first client. So you already have a deal. All right. So let's go ahead. Today we'll be covering the money side of web design. Like I said, client acquisition, pricing, portfolio strategy, and of course earning pathways. I'm going to share with you my own strategies for these things. Now, what are the objectives for today? What are we looking at? What are you going to get from this class by the time we're done? Firstly, you will know the 4 major client acquisition strategies that I use. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my personal client acquisition strategies with you. Okay, I'm not talking about 100 strategies. I'm not talking about 50 or 10 strategies. There could be 1,001 strategies out there, but for me, these are the 4 that I've been using that work for me. All right, like I said, in this training, I'll be showing you what I'm doing, what is working for me, not what somebody said or what someone no. what is working for me. All right, so those 4 strategies, you're going to learn them, and then you understand how web designers attract clients globally, how they attract clients, how you can attract clients yourself, and then you see how to structure your prices. You understand portfolio positioning. You get clarity on your 30-day earning roadmap, because that's what the bootcamp is all about. All right, how do you get from beginner to pro, where you start earning? And then you see what you master inside the bootcamp. So I'll show you that in a minute. Now, first and foremost, okay, can you see this? See the website we built yesterday? See the website we built yesterday using just one plugin, starter templates. Can see how beautiful it is. All right, let me go to the about page. I seen it now. Can you see my screen? I hope you guys are seeing my screen.
Yes, we are seeing it.
Okay, so see the website we built yesterday. It's a construction website, roofing company. Let me go to the services page. So this took us like, who can remember, it took us less than 5 minutes. We have used a plugin to get this thing done and dusted. All right, but then this is just the first part. Okay, the next part is customization. How do you start now customizing these things to what your client actually needs based on the requirements that the client gave you? So of course, all that you see in the bootcamp. That's why, hey guys, let me just tell you, honestly, you don't want to miss that bootcamp. All right, it's going to be a life transforming experience for you. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to show you so that you see what we did, and there's so much more that we can do. So let's proceed with what we have for today. Now, client acquisition. Why does client acquisition really matter? Why is it important that you know how to acquire clients for your service, for your skill? Now, I've mentioned before that a lot of people have skills. They go to maybe a training center or a firm or an agency like us, or maybe some guru somewhere that is teaching something, whether or not he knows what he's doing, and then they just learn something. All right, some people, they go to YouTube, they watch a video, and some people, they join maybe a class, they just give them some bunch of videos, and then they tell them bye bye, and that's it. So after a while, they find out that they have not really changed. Nothing has changed. Even the skill set, they are not really, they are not really, they don't really have a handle on it. They didn't really master it. All right, and apart from that, they are not making any money with the skill. Their financial state before they went to learn that skill, and their financial state after they have learned to acquire the skill is the same. There is no change whatsoever. And if you ask me, I can say that is a complete waste of time and energy. Hello, who agrees with me? I mean, how am I going to invest my time and even invest my money in something that's not going to change my state, at least to some extent?
Exactly, to some extent.
Yeah, even if it's not going to change your whole generation, at least you after going to learn this thing, you cannot be the one asking for urgent 2K again. I mean, come on now. You learn this skill, and then afterwards, 3 months later, 6 months later, you are still calling your uncle for urgent 2K. still coming on social media to disturb people for urgent 3K, urgent 5K, that's a complete waste of time. All right. So if you're going to invest your time and energy and resources into something, it should be something that can change your state and your estate. What do I mean by that? Remember I said in this training, I'm going to be sharing with you the mindsets that you require to be successful in this business. Not just the skill sets that I'll be teaching you, not just the tool sets that I'll be giving you, but I'll also be helping you install the right mindsets. Because like scripture says, if you're a Christian, it says, how a man thinks, that is how he is. All right. So if you don't have the right mental architecture, if you don't have the right mental framework, you will even be misfiring. Even if I show you all the strategies, show you the skill set, and then even give you all the tools, if you don't have the right mindset, the right frame of mind, if your mind is not rightly positioned, you'll be misfiring, and you may not be able to get the right results that you want. Hello, are you with me now? So yesterday I said something that you need to be purposeful. You need to be purposeful in whatever it is you are doing, and that is important, because when you have your mind on the goal, when you have your focus on the purpose, you can be able to put in the right effort. All right, not just the right effort, but the quantity of the right effort and the volume of the time that you require. These are two different things: the right effort, the quantity of the right effort, and the volume of the time that you need to put into it to get to that level of mastery. All right. In personal development, and that also reminds me, for those of you who are in this class today, how many of you are here? For those of you who are in this class today, I'm going to give you an audio book as a gift, especially those of you who have been consistent. Those of you here, I can see you have been consistent, so I'm going to be gifting you. All right, at the end of today's class, just send me a DM. I'll send you the link to an audio book. The title of that audio book is Personal Reinvention. So it's going to help you a whole lot. Even some of these things I'm saying now, you're going to learn more from that audio book. How is that? Would you like that?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's great. All right, so remind me at the end of the class, okay? All right, so where was I? Purpose is very important. Whatever you do, even scripture said it. Even scripture says, where there is no vision, the people do what? They perish. All right? So if you're coming for this training and then you're going for the boot camp, you must have the purpose in mind, what you want to achieve with this. That's going to help you to be able to put in the right effort, put in the right time to master this thing, because you know definitely that if you master this thing, it's going to change your life. All right, it has changed mine, and I'm so glad about it. That's why I'm bold and confident telling you, if you learn this, master it, it's going to change your life. All right, definitely, most definitely. So why is client acquisition important? Now, web design is a skill, all right? But if you don't have that, if you don't have clients who will pay for your skill, you cannot have money. Okay? Money is simply a byproduct of problems solved. You can write this down. I usually tell my students, when you're coming to my class, ensure you come with notepad. If you check the posts I put today on the group chat, I said, come with your notepad. How many of you have your notepad here? Let me see. If you have your notepad, give me a thumbs up. I have a notepad. Thumbs up. Okay, great. Thank God. Awesome. So some of these things I'll be saying, you write them down. If you don't have a notepad, grab one. All right. I always have my notepad on my table. I write things down. Okay. And even I also have piece of papers. I write things and I put them. See, I'm always writing. If you can see this. Okay. So have your notepad. Forward-thinking people, professionals, they're always writing things down. All right. So what did I say now? What was the last thing I said? Okay, remind me the last thing I said. I said, let me repeat, maybe you were not following me. I said, money is a byproduct of problem solved. All right. And with your skill as a web designer, there are a lot of problems you can solve for business owners. So if you take this skill to them, you can identify the problems in their business that you can solve with the skill. So when you solve the problems for them satisfactorily, then they'll be happy to give you their money. All right. So that's why it's very important. So the skill itself is not the money. Hello. The skill itself is not the money. The money is with the client. The money is in the client's pocket, the client's bank account. So when you carry the skill and you go to the client, you merge the skill with the client, use it to solve the client's problem. The client is happy, they will give you the money. Are you getting it now? So it's not just enough to learn the skill. You must know where the clients are, how to approach them, or how to attract them to solve their problem. That is when you get the money. All right. So every successful web designer uses one or more predictable system to get clients. I use 4. Okay. From time to time, I use any of the 4. So I'll show you all of them. You can use 1, you can use 2, you can use all of them at the same time, depending on you. All right. But then you get to learn more about that in the bootcamp. Okay. All right. So let us look at the 4 of them, the 4 client acquisition strategy that I use. The first one is cold calling. Cold calling. Who knows what cold calling is? Let me get feedback. Who knows what cold calling is?
Is it one-on-one calling?
Yeah, one-on-one calling. Yeah. Who else? One-on-one calling. Yeah, sure. It's one-on-one calling, but you see that word there, cold. So you are calling people who do not know you. You may know them. Why did I say you may know them? Not that you are familiar with them or you've met them before. You may know them because you have researched about them. You have identified the problem that they have. That's why you are reaching out to them, because you know that you have the solution to their problem, right? So that's why I said they may not know, they don't know you, but you may know them, all right? But not personally. Are you getting it now? So you are calling people who do not know you. So that's what cold calling is. So this one, I use it mostly for local clients. I call local clients mostly. All right. I do cold calling to local clients. This is how I get most of my web design deals from local clients. I do cold calling, right? Now, does it mean you cannot call foreign clients? No. I also do call foreign clients, but like I said, I'll show you what works for me. So I find that cold calling works mostly for local clients, and that is what I use it mostly for. All right. Now the next one is cold email outreach. Now this is the one I use for foreign clients. Hello, cold email outreach. I reach out to foreign clients mostly via email. And then the next one is content marketing. All right, I use this one to build authority and attraction. All right, I use this one mostly for positioning. And then instead of me reaching out to the clients, they are the ones reaching out to me now because of the content I have put out there. Okay, share more of that in a minute. And then the last but not the least is paid ads. This one I use it for scaling and also automation. All right, so today we'll do an overview of this whole 4, and then I'll just do a mini demo of some of them. Right, but in the bootcamp we're going to do a deep dive. We'll go into the in total of all of them, dissect them, break them down, and then you can have every single thing, both the templates we use for the cold calling, the email outreach, the content marketing. You have all the scripts, you have all the tools, all right, everything, and then you can even will be able to do the practice. All right, so let's look at strategy number 1, cold calling. Like I said, I use this one mostly for local clients. Now, I also call foreign clients, but I have observed that it works for me mostly for local clients. All right, I've called clients in the US, I've called clients in the UK. All right, but then if you're gonna do that, you have to be conversant with the different time zones. You have to understand that right now, what's the time now? This is past 8 or to 9 for us here. In the US, it's not like that. They're in afternoon right now. All right, they're in afternoon right now. So if we are in the morning, they are still in the night. So if you are going to pick a phone and then start calling someone in the US, calling a customer in the US, you don't know that the person is sleeping. All right, so if you are doing cold calling abroad, you have to be familiar with the different time zones and then several other things. Okay, but that's that. Now, like I said, I use it mostly for local clients. Now, why does cold calling work? Why does it work? Firstly, immediate conversation. You can jump into a conversation with a client immediately. All right, especially in the industry that I play in. I already told you I'm big in the construction industry. All right, 99% of my clients are construction contractors, civil engineers, builders. So I'm big in that particular industry. All right, so you can get in touch immediately with the client. You jump on the phone and you are getting real-time feedback from the clients, real-time response from the clients, unlike email. All right, where you send the person an email and then you're waiting for a response. You don't know how the person is going to see your email and all that, or when he's going to see your email. But for calling, immediate conversations that you're having there. If the person has any question, the person asks you a question immediately. All right, if the person has any objection, you deal with the objection immediately. All right, this one is not go come. That's why I love cold calling. And then of course you get a higher conversion rate with cold calling. Okay, the conversion rate is highest with cold calling. What do I mean by conversion rate? What do I mean by conversion rate? You are able to convince the person, you're able to move the person from a prospect to a client. All right, so when you have your prospect list and you are calling them, all those people you are calling are prospects. So but with cold calling, you can convert them immediately to client. So you have a higher conversion rate. And then local businesses respond fast to with cold calling. Okay. All right. So what are we going to learn here? Basic breakdown, and then I'm just going to give you an example of a simple call. Okay. So we'll do a basic breakdown, and then I'll share with you how to do a simple cold call. But in the bootcamp, we'll go full throttle. All right. In the bootcamp, you get the full scripts, full cold calling scripts for different industries. So you let us know which industry you want to zero in on. We can then tailor it for you, but you're going to get that script. All right, definitely you're going to get that cold calling script. And then of course, objection handling. Objection handling is very, very important. All right, when you are pitching your service to your clients, for some of them, they are going to have some objections. So how do you handle those objections? All right, so you're going to see that we're going to have that script given to you, and then we're even going to do live presentations. All right, in the bootcamp as well. Then lead sourcing. How do you source for leads? Where do you get the leads? All right, but I'm going to show you this one just very briefly. And then call flow mastery. How do you go from one stage in the call to another? Now, for the clients you are getting, all right, they are at different levels at different time. Before you get to meet the clients, before you start calling them, they are at the stage of prospect. They are at the stage of ignorance. They don't know you. They don't know about your business. All right. So we'll call them prospect at that stage. Are you getting it now? So by the time you have contacted them, all right, then when you are conversing with them, you move them from prospects to leads. All right, to leads, and then you move them from leads to clients. So that's the stage. But in between this, there are several other stages too that you need to move them through. All right, that is why you have to understand selling. Hello guys, you have to understand what? Selling. Somebody say selling. Somebody say selling. Selling. Very important. Very important. If you want to be a successful web designer, you want to be a professional in this, not just in designing the website, you have to be good at selling. So that is where this one comes in. All right. And then follow-up frameworks. I'll also give you the follow-up framework as well. Now let's do a mini demo for the cold call. This is a cold call structure. And when you pick the phone, you say to the guy, hello, my name is Samson, whatever your name is. All right, I help businesses get more visibility with modern websites. So that's an introduction. Can you see it now? Once you call a client, you are calling a client and presenting a solution to the client. Quickly, that's the first thing that you are bringing to the table. Because when you are calling somebody who does not know you, there are questions going on in the person's mind. The first question is, who are you? Hello? The next question is, how did you get my phone number? The third question in the person's mind is, why in the world should I listen to you? Why should I be listening to you? Okay, so at that introduction, that you answer these questions immediately in the person going on in the person's mind. So you tell the person your name quickly. And then also, if you run an agency, you can just also tell the person the name of your agency. How I do it. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening. My name is Chike from Mindware Consulting Limited. I help businesses, and then you can even zero it down I help businesses in the construction industry, or I help businesses in the medical field, or I help businesses in the education industry get more visibilities with modern websites. Are you seeing it now? Number one, you have told the person your name, you've told the person where you're calling from, and then you have given the person something, a reason to want to hear you. So, okay, you're going to help me get more visibility. Oh, that's good. That's good. So the person may not be saying it with his or her mouth, but it's going on in his mind. Okay, I think I should listen to this. It's going to help me get more visibility. So, but when you just carry the phone and hello, I'm John Boo. Can we talk now? This one, that one. You are just wasting time, and the person can even. Anyway, Nigerians and Africans are more tolerant, all right? Especially if they don't know you. Because I say they like phone calls well. But for foreigners, you're doing cold calls to a foreigner, you have to give the person something quickly. Otherwise, the person will cut you off. Those people, they don't do bullshit, all right? So you have to be very strategic when you're doing cold calls to foreigners. All right, so that's the first one, introduction. Then the second thing is the value hook. I noticed your business currently doesn't have a website, or I noticed that your business website needs an upgrade. Now, these are two different scenarios. For the first scenario, you have checked the client, you have seen that the client doesn't have a website. So that's where you are coming with that one. I noticed that your business doesn't have a website. All right, so you are presenting that to the person, and he knows he doesn't have a website, right? You have researched it. So you say, okay, fine. He knows that, yes, you know he doesn't have a website. Now, if you're calling someone who has a website, you say, I noticed that your website is outdated and needs an upgrade. Are you getting it now? So that's why you have to research the clients. We're going to teach you in the bootcamp how you do client research. There's something we called customer avatar. Hello? There's something we call customer avatar. All right. Now, that's why I said the things you're going to get in this training, you won't get it on YouTube channel. You won't get it anywhere else, because I'm going to go wild, show you everything, not just the skill, but also the business aspect of it. How to market, how to pitch, how to sell, how to position your business as a business owner, because you are a business owner. You're not just a website designer. You are a business owner. You're an entrepreneur. So you need to organize yourself, package yourself, position yourself as a business owner. When a business owner is talking to a business owner, they can understand themselves, right? But when you see some ordinary guy who all he knows is just coding or whatever, right? And he doesn't think or talk like a business owner, you will not have the confidence to be able to relate with other business owners. In fact, you will not be able to flow with them. When a businessman talks to a businessman, they can understand each other. True or false? Who agrees with me? Can I have a thumbs up? Yeah. So when a businessman, if you are a businessman in business, all right, there are things going on in your mind. There are challenges that you know that your business have. All right. So when you are talking to them, you'll be talking to them like a businessman, because you understand business. You understand their business. So that's why it's part of the thing I'll be teaching you here. And that's why I say it's not just the skill that you need the business of it. Okay. So you talk to the guy, hey, I can see that your business currently doesn't have a website, or I can see that your site needs an upgrade. That's the hook. When you say that, wow, the guy said, man, you get his attention. That's why it's called a hook, because he knows he doesn't have a website, and he knows he needs a website. Every business owner you talk to right now, who doesn't have a website, they know that there is something wrong with that business. Hello? Any business owner in this age and time who doesn't have a website know he is in error. He knows he needs to fix that thing quickly. So when you say to him, I observe that your business doesn't have a website, wow, you get his attention because he knows he needs what? A website. But you don't go and do that to somebody who already have a website. So you have to do your research. Okay? That's why in the bootcamp we'll be talking about client research. How do you research? Okay? So I'll just do a small demo for you quickly now. Now, the next thing is outcome statement. A modern site can bring you more customers and make your business look more professional. Are you seeing the progression that we're following? Are you seeing it now? So now you have gotten the guy's attention. You've told him, hey, I noticed that your business doesn't have a website. Now the next thing is a modern website. You're now presenting to him what a website will do for his business. A modern website can bring you more customers and make your business look more professional. This is something every business owner can relate with. They know that if they have a website, a modern website, a beautiful website, it makes their business look more professional. It makes their business look more credible because they know that everybody is going online. And if they don't see your business online, they don't take you seriously. True or false, guys? True or false? Can I get a thumbs up? I need to be getting feedbacks. Alright, so what's the next thing? Now you are going to the close. You said, can I show you a simple free demo of what your upgraded website can look like? Now this is for someone who already has a website and you are telling him, you are presenting to him an upgrade of his already existing website. Okay, so you're telling him, can I show you a demo, a simple free demo of what your upgraded website can look like? All right. Or if it's someone who didn't have a website before, you say, okay, I show you a simple website for free, a draft. I can design a draft website for you for free and show it to you. If you like it, then fine, I can complete it. Are you seeing it now? You are not putting pressure on the person, number one. Number two, what you are presenting is free. You are presenting something free to him. All right. So I can tell you for free, everybody likes free. I like the ring of that. I can tell you for free, everybody likes free. I mean, who doesn't like free? This class we are doing now is free, right? So from time to time, I have to be letting people in, all right, as they come on board. All right, so I was talking about the cold calling strategy. You know, I said we have 4 of them. The first one is cold calling. The second one is email outreach. The third one is content marketing, then the fourth one is paid ads. So we're just looking at the cold calling structure. This is the structure that I use personally, that works for me. All right, so I'm walking you through the cold calling structure. All right, so when you call the clients, all right, hey, my name is Johnson. I help businesses get more visibility with modern websites. All right, I noticed that's the first thing. That's introduction. Are you seeing it now? You introduce yourself. You introduce the value that you are bringing to the clients. Because like I said, once you are calling somebody who doesn't know you, the question going on in his mind is, who in the world are you? Why are you calling me? Why should I be listening to you? So you sort out those questions immediately. That's going on in the person's brain. All right. Just a minute. You sort that out immediately, okay, with your approach. My name is so. I help businesses get more visibility with modern website. I notice your business currently doesn't have a website. That's for someone who doesn't have a website. Or I noticed your business, the website in your business is kind of outdated. All right, we can help you get an upgrade. Why? Then you move on. A modern website can bring you more customers and make your business look more professional. So you're already telling him the outcome, all right, what a website will do for him when he gets it. Are you getting it now? Then you go for the close. Can I show you a simple free demo of what your upgraded website will look like? Remember, you are using personalization. You are telling him what your upgraded website will look like. Or can I send you a draft of what your website will look like when it is finished? It's free. I can just prepare it and send it to you. If you like it, then we can go ahead and complete it. Boom. That is how to go for the close. Are you seeing that now? So this is the simple structure I follow. First, the introduction. Second, the value proposition, because you're going to have to be proposing a value when you're calling someone. Then third is the outcome. You're giving the person a picture of the future, an outcome of what he is going to become or what his business is going to become as a result of patronizing your service. Are you getting it now? And then you tie this whole thing up with the close. You give him a proposition. Let me do the draft for you. Let me just show you a simple a demo of what it's going to look like. It's free. Don't worry. I have that on me. If you like it, then we can proceed. All right. So boom, the person takes it, and that's how it goes. So this works all the time. 90% of the time it works. All right. So that's for that. Like I said, in the bootcamp, you're going to have all the scripts. You're going to have the cold calling script, the proposal setup, the structure, how we'll follow, and then also we'll do what we call role play. I'll actually walk you through, because you know, if even the tone of your voice, how do you set the tone of your voice when you are calling a client, the pitch of your voice, all these things are important. All these things are actually sending a signal to the client. If you are terrified, if you are desperate, the client can hear it from the pitch of your voice, from the tone of your voice. All right, so we'll do voice training. You get to know how to call. You call like a business consultant. You are offering value, because that's exactly what you're doing. The client has a problem. You have the solution. So you're talking like someone who is coming to help him. Are you getting it now? So when he hears this from your voice, he's more relaxed. He's more confident to want to do business with you. But if you are talking, you are scared, you are afraid, or you are desperate, you're just looking for money, he will hear it from your voice, and he will not be confident to do business with you. So I'll walk you through all this. Like I said, you need to understand the business of this, not just the skill. And that is what's going to make you way much better than the ordinary web designer out there. All right, so let us proceed. Are you with me, guys? Can I see a thumbs up if you're following what I'm saying here? All right. That's great. Okay, so let's proceed. Thank you guys. All right, so let's go to the second strategy now. The second strategy is email outreach. Remember I said for this one, this is what I use mostly for foreign clients, right? I use this one mostly for my foreign clients, because those people, they are more inclined towards reading emails. Emails work abroad so much. All right. So Why does it work? You reach international clients. Email cuts across everywhere. It can go beyond borders. Okay? And then another thing is that emails cost less. If you're going to carry your phone now and be calling a foreign client, if you are using local network providers, you go spend a lot all right, per minute. You go spend a lot. You want to use Glo or MTN or which one, you spend a lot of money in making those calls. All right. So what I do, if I want to do cold calls abroad, we don't use the normal local network provider. All right. There are some applications and tools that we use to make calls abroad. All right, it's called internet calls. You understand? So the one I use personally is called Brevo. I don't know if you're familiar with Brevo. So there are other ones too, but this is the one I love most, and it works so much for me. All right. So, but for email is cheap. You can send email for free. Hello, you don't have to pay to send email. All you have to do is just have your email marketing tool, and that's another thing. Will give you an email marketing tool, the one that we use, the one that works. It will help you to set it up so that you can be pushing your email, sending hundreds of emails every day. Not Gmail, not Gmail. As a professional, you can't just be using ordinary Gmail when you are emailing foreign clients. You need to be professional. All right, so we'll show you how to set up your email marketing tool. Okay, so number one, you can reach international clients with email. Number two, you can earn in dollars. When you are able to close them, you earn in dollars, especially if you're relating with business owners in the US. All right, but one thing I realized that if you're reaching out to Nigerians in the US, Nigerians want to pay you in naira, even though they are in the US. So no agree. Then I say, bros, you are in the US, so you will pay, because if you're going to get a web designer from the US there when you did, now dollars you go pay. You can't be telling the person that I'll pay you naira. So you are in the US there, so pay me dollars. Hello guys, are you following this? So, but then that's why you have to reach out to American citizens who are based in America, or it could be Canada, or it could be the UK, or it could be Australia, whichever one you want to reach out to. All right, and then another thing you do is you target high value niches. With email, you can go into any of the niches. All right, very cool, very cool. All right, so today we're just going to be doing an overview. All right, I'll show you my email marketing strategy. Okay, and then just do a little demo for you. Because of our time, we may not be able to go into depth, but in the bootcamp we'll break all these things down. And then apart from that, you get proven templates that work, the full automation system, the lead generation tools that we use, and then of course the setup and all that. All right, so now when I want to do email outreach, there's a platform I use mostly. That platform is called LinkedIn. How many of you know LinkedIn? So let me show you my LinkedIn account right now. Yeah, okay, I can see thumbs up. That's great. So I use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a social networking platform for professionals. All right, business owners, professionals from every angle, from every field, from every industry, they are all on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is different from your Facebook or your Instagram. People on LinkedIn are professionals. They are business minded. They are looking for solution. Hello. So if you are on LinkedIn, you have to be a solution provider. All right, so that's why I use LinkedIn for getting clients through email outreach. So this is my personal my LinkedIn handle here, so you can search me out on LinkedIn, Chikeonyekachuku. So just search me, you see me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. All right, so let me just give you a brief demo of what I do for my client acquisition using email outreach. Now, I believe you can see my screen, right? I hope you are seeing my screen. Oh, let me be sure you're seeing what I'm doing. Okay, that's great. So if you look at this place now, you see a search bar here. All right, you see the search bar. So you want to search for your ideal clients. Now in this my account, I have close to 700 connections and over 1,000 followers on this my LinkedIn handle. So my connections are actually people who have accepted your connection because they know that you have something that they want. All right, so these people, they know that I'm into web design, and of course they like my content. All right, so those are my connections. I have over 500 of them, 500 to 700 of them. So your own could be any industry, because like I said, you have to target a particular industry that you want to be servicing. This one now is another reason why I told you that, because if you're gonna operate your business, you have to operate it like a professional. All right, so I target mostly construction contractors. So let's say, for example, I want to reach out to construction contractors. I come here and I type construction contractors. This is the search bar of LinkedIn. The search bar in LinkedIn is just like your Google. Hello, it's meant for search. You can search anything here. Construction contractors. All right, and then enter. Now it will bring up construction contractors on LinkedIn from all over the world. Are you seeing them now? Many of them are here. All right, but you don't just stop here. You come to this place that you have people. You click on people, so it will now narrow it down to people, individuals, not their company, not their posts, not their articles, but the people themselves. So you see the people, you see their position, and then some other information about them, their profile, right? So you see them. So these are construction contractors. I'm just using this as an example though. Your own could be medical doctors. Hello, maybe you want to play in the medical field, so you come here and you type medical doctors, so it will bring up medical doctors on LinkedIn for you. Maybe your own is school, you want to deal with school owners, so you type school owners. Anything, it will just bring it up here for you. So all these are the guys, and then there are several pages. You can see is up to 10 pages that are here of construction contractors. Now this is the first step. You want to narrow it down to a particular place. Now remember, I want to reach out to foreign clients using email outreach. So I'm going to go to, you come here that it says location. All right, under location, when you click it, it opens up different locations. You have United States here, you have Egypt, you have Cairo, United Kingdom, wherever. So you can type whichever country or whichever city in the world you want to reach out to. But let me just use United States. I click on United States, and then you come here and click show results. Hello, I hope you're following this. This is very, very important. We're talking about client acquisition. I'm showing you the strategy now. All right. So let's proceed. So we can round off. I think that's that for email structure, email outreach for foreign clients. So all these scripts already have them in the bootcamp. You can get your hands on them. Then the strategy 3, content marketing. Now content marketing is the strategy that actually positions you as a professional. All right, The other ones we have looked at email outreach and cold calling. These ones are attack strategy. All right, attack strategy. But this one, content marketing, is called a positioning strategy. In other words, all you have to do is just position yourself, and then the client will now be the one that is actually coming for you. Do you understand? So you are not the one going out to them or reaching out to them. Content marketing helps you to position, and then the client will now reach out to you. I've had several clients reach out to me based on my content marketing positioning. All right. So why does it work? Number one, it helps you to build authority. All right. So you put content together and put it out there, that when they are looking at your content, they can now tell that, okay, this person is an authority in this area. And secondly, it attracts inbound clients. So you attract the clients to yourself rather than being the one chasing the clients. Then thirdly, showcases your expertise. So with your content, you can showcase your expertise in this particular area. All right. Now, what are the types of content? Before and after web design. So you can give them your designs before and your designs after as well. So when they see that, they can know that, yeah, you know what you're doing. Carousel education. This one is for you can use different carousels. I hope you know what carousel is. Short videos. This one is very, very effective. You can do this on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and then even YouTube Shorts. Now, guys, part of the bonus you'll be getting is a YouTube course, YouTube mastery course, that shows you how to set up your YouTube channel. All right. So for those who are going for the bootcamp, you get a mini course for YouTube mastery. The reason we included that as bonus is because of this content marketing. You have to be shooting videos from time to time, putting up on YouTube. It helps to actually position you as an authority. I have some YouTube videos out there for positioning. And then case studies and behind the scenes, so you can show them behind the scenes. Please, somebody's mic is on. Please, can you put off your mic? We're getting noise from your background. Who is this? Yakub. Please put off your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. We're getting her back from your background, and it's disturbing us. Please mute your mic. Yakub, you can hear me. Yakub Career. Mute your mic, okay? I'm not able to mute it from here, okay? Has done that. All right, so let's proceed. Now, in the bootcamp, you're going to get the full version of this content strategy. You're going to get templates, all right? You're going to get content calendar, 30 days content calendar, how you can structure your content for whether for Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. So I usually recommend you can just take one social platform first. Start with one, not just trying to jump everywhere at the same time. So start with one. If it's YouTube, go all in. If it's Facebook, go all in. Right? Then organize your content strategy, 30 days content strategy, so that every day you are putting out a content. There are even tools that you can use to automate this, so that every day, boom, one content goes on. Every day, boom, another one goes off. All right. So it helps you position. How to build a content brand. We're going to show you that. Then AI-driven content creation for speed. Also going to show you that at the bootcamp. Then the last strategy, which I'll be showing you in client acquisition, is paid ads. All right, paid ads, Facebook and Instagram. But I'm much bigger on Facebook. All right, so that's the one I'm going to talk about more, especially in the bootcamp. All right, but won't go into so much depth in it, so that not to distract, because Facebook ads, Instagram ads, those are a full course on their own. All right. So, but what we're actually looking at in this course is web design and then how to get clients. So we're not going to go too deep into Facebook ads. We have another course on Facebook ads. So you can also take that other course after you are done with this one. All right. But we're just going to show you, do a mini demo for you so that you can get acquainted with it. Why does Facebook ads and Instagram ads work? Fastest way to scale. And you can use this one to scale. To scale means to grow, to expand. All right. To expand. And it brings in clients even while you are sleeping. So this one, you don't have to be reaching out to clients or trying to do anything. It brings in clients even while you are sleeping. Clients on autopilot. All right. So like I said, we'll do a basic setup, ad setup. We can help you, just show you how to set up ads basically in the bootcamp. But every other thing about Facebook, how to create lookalike audience, targeting, pixel and tracking, and every other thing, we'll just show you the periphery in the bootcamp. But we have all that in another course that you can also take too. All right. So mini demo, simple structure. I just put together an ad here, a Facebook ad here, as an ad copy right here, which is very, very important. Your ad is as powerful as the copy and the targeting. All right. And then thirdly, the creative that you are using. The copy is actually the message that you have on the ad. Then secondly, the people you are targeting. Are you targeting the people who have the problem you are trying to solve? Very, very important. And then thirdly, are you showing them what they want to see? Talking about your ad creative now. Is it an image you want to use? Is it a video you want to use? How do you want to structure that? Okay. So, the headline, very important. Get a stunning website for your business. So this headline is like a hook. All right. So we'll show you how to write good headlines. The hook draws them in. I'm sure most of you who are on this this call now, you got into this based on an ad that you saw on Facebook. So you can see is what we do. All right. Then you go to the body. We help businesses look more professional and attract more customers with a modern, mobile-friendly website. That's the body. And then message us to get your free homepage demo. That's CTA, call to action. I see that. So this is an ad copy, very short, very catchy, very punchy. So when you target it to the people who actually need your website, they can see it. If somebody is looking for a website, or maybe somebody needs the service of a web designer and sees this, get a stunning website for your business. Boom, it catches the person's attention. And then the person wants to take that up. All right. So that's for the ad. I hope you are still following. We're going to the final session now, which is pricing. I hope you are still following. Give me a thumbs up if you are following. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's great. Okay. So let's go to pricing now. Now you're reaching out to the clients. You are having a conversation with them. Okay. That's wonderful. But how do you price your service? That is also very important. So we have a pricing structure which will follow. Okay, so I'll just show you briefly. This one, typical beginner friendly prices, 50k to 150k. I build websites for much more than this. All right, but as a beginner, 50k to 150k is okay. There are some websites that build for 150k too. All right, and 350k, 450k, depending. And then for 50k, you can do 50k, especially as a beginner. All right. Don't be greedy now, because you are still learning and you want to build your client base. So don't be greedy. If it's 50k, collect it. All right. and then start from there. As you perfect your skill, as you improve, you can begin to increase your price. And when you build websites for them, get a testimonial from them. That testimonial is a very, very powerful tool for your marketing. A testimonial is called a customer generated content, CGC, or client generated content. What your client says about you is more powerful than what you say about yourself. So when you build your website for the client, and the client now jumps on a video and say, hey, Mr. Thank God built this website for me. The website is nice. Okay, I'm recommending them. Go ahead. He can help you with your website. Boom. You put that out there. That is awesome. That when you come, you're saying, oh, I'm thank God. I can build website for you. I can do this for you. I can do that. That's you talking. You can, anybody can praise themselves. Thank God, am I right? I don't know why I'm using thank God. Right? Yeah. So, but when you have your clients praising you to high heavens, I mean, is more believable than you when you're talking yourself. Who is on the message? Somebody is saying something there. Name of the software extractor, Apollo. That's for email outreach. That's the software I use. Okay. All right. So let's proceed. And then for cold calling, there's another software that we use for cold calling. We don't have much time again, so in the bootcamp we'll talk more about that. We'll give you the software that you can also use to, just the way I extract content or contact from LinkedIn, we also have the one we use for our cold calling on Google. All right, we also have the one we use to extract contacts from Google. All right. Okay, so we are now talking about pricing. Now for foreign clients from $150 to $500, yeah, that's a good pricing. All right, but there are web designers who build website for $1,000, for $15,000. All right, but you want to be minimal because you're coming from a third world country. All right, if they are giving you $150, even $100, say $100 is like 170k now, 180k. All right, that's good. All right, that's good. You can structure. We have our own pricing structure. All right, so in the bootcamp we'll teach you how to set up your own pricing structure, but there is really no rocket science to it. All right, you know the level you are, just start from where you are. You can just set your prices. We have different types of websites with different prices depending on the feature that is on the website. Okay, so that's our pricing structure. So you can set up your own as a beginner. Then the next thing is portfolio strategy. Portfolio is a collection of the jobs or the projects you have handled. So if you are reaching out to a client, whether through cold calls, whether through email, all right, or whether they got to you via content strategy or via paid ads, you want to have a portfolio in place, because one of the questions they're going to ask you is, let me see the works that you have done, so you can now show them. Are you getting it now? So the portfolio should show clean screenshots of the website you've done, brief case study before and after, and then project overview. I do have my own portfolio in different places. I have them on websites, and I also even have it on LinkedIn here. If you can open up, I'll show you. So just create your portfolio, but as a beginner you don't have a portfolio. So what do? That's the reason for the job placement we'll give you. All right, so we'll bring you in as a part of our organization so you can leverage on our portfolio. All right, you can leverage on the portfolio that we have. Now this is just one of our portfolio. This is a website We have several of them here. You can see all these are portfolios of websites. This one is just dancing. These are portfolios of different websites. I hope you are seeing it. Are portfolios of different websites that we've done. Alright, so they can see the screenshots of the websites you've done, and then you can even take it further, case studies and all that. So you can send the link to them, or you can just send them to a website that has a collection of your past jobs. All right, so that's what a portfolio is. So in the bootcamp we'll talk more about setting up your portfolio. All right, so we're getting to the end, rounding this off now. Your earning roadmap, and that has to do with the 30-day roadmap to your first clients. In the bootcamp, the week 1 will be all about the skill, you acquiring the skill sets, the web design skill sets. That's what week 1 is all about. Week 1 and the whole of week 1. All right, the practice and build your portfolio. Then week 2, outreach. You can even start outreach in week 2. Start reaching out using the client acquisition strategies that we've taught you. That's why I said, if you are serious, even before the end of the bootcamp, you already have your first clients. And I'm definitely going to work with you in that regard to make sure that you get your first clients before you're done. So this is the simple process we follow. Week 1, skill practice and portfolio building. Week 2, first outreach system. Week 3, content launch. And then week 4, closing your first client. So by week 4, you should have closed your first client that will pay you back the money you're going to use to enroll for this bootcamp if you have not enrolled at all. So whatever it is that you're paying is just an investment. All right, an investment that you're going to get more returns from. Okay, that is very, very important. It's not an expense. It's not like when you go to buy a shoe or buy shawarma for your girlfriend or go and buy iPhone for her. It's an investment that you're making in your yourself. So by now you should have been able to understand the 4 client acquisition strategy. I believe you have understood that now. Okay, more on that in the bootcamp. By now you should have understood foreign clients, how you acquire foreign clients, and of course how the pricing works. This pricing is also important. Like I told you the other day, one of the ways to also set your pricing, all right, even though you need to have a clear pricing structure, from time to time you don't necessarily is not etched in stone, so to speak. That's why I said the first thing you do with a client is you talk with the client, have a conversation with the client. Okay guys, so this is the final lap. Let's wrap up. Now going into the last thing here is the bootcamp. Let's just talk briefly about the bootcamp. Now, I don't know how many of you are desiring to be in the bootcamp. I mean, I don't think after coming thus far, you wouldn't want to be in this bootcamp. I don't think there's anyone here who don't want to be in that bootcamp. I doubt. So that's why I want to talk about it, because it's going to help you get clarity about this bootcamp. So now, what are you going to be getting from this bootcamp starting Saturday? What are you going to be getting? Firstly, full website design mastery. All right, so you have full web design mastery. I'm going to be mastering every aspect of it. One of the things I'm going to do is to send you the curriculum. All right, that's the first thing you get. You get the full curriculum for the bootcamp. So full website design mastery, and then real life projects. You'll be handling real life projects. So you have a project you'll be working on. Okay. SEO and content structure. You learn SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. Is what you do even while you are building the website, on how to get the website ranking on Google. Okay. When you search for a website, when you search for a company, or you type a particular keyword onto Google, there's something we call the search engine results page, SERPs. That first page that comes up is called search engine results page. Now, those businesses that are on the first page are optimized to rank on Google. Okay. So while you're building a website, you want to optimize it to be on the first page. So that's SEO. Then you have templates and tools, and then of course the client acquisition training and the bundle, all that you require. That's Apollo 2. You have access to it. The one we use for cold calling. The Apollo is for email outreach, and you have the one we use for cold calling, the tool as well. You're gonna get it. And then even content creation, the content marketing strategy, we'll have that as well. We'll give it to you. All right. And then you are going to be certified at the end of that training. For this free training, there's no certification. It's free. So, but for the bootcamp, you get the certification. And then you have one-on-one mentorship. Even after the 30 days, one-on-one mentorship. I'll coach you, guide you, specifically to get from beginner to mastery. And then you have lifetime opportunity, lifetime access to our community. All right. So you'll be there. You can ask questions, you can network, and that's very, very important. All right. Okay. So by the time you are done, you will have built your own website. Now, for those who will register today in this program, and especially today, was actually looking at closing these bonuses today. This is for early birds. You are going to get some bonuses. All right. And what are they? The full graphic design course using Canva. All right. If you're going to be building a website, you need to know how to design visuals. Any website you are building, you will need visuals on it, image visuals. All right. So that course on Canva will help you. And then you can even offer it as a service to your clients. You might want to build a website for a client. The client doesn't have a logo. All right. So you can offer that as an extra service. You get paid for it in addition to the money for your website. The client doesn't have a business card. You can offer that. Doesn't have a brochure. You can offer that. All right. So Canva will help you be able to do all this. So that's why you have that full course on Canva, free of charge. All right. You will get it free of charge. Though that course alone costs about 45K, but you get it free of charge. Whiteboard animation course plus the software. That one costs about I think 40 something K thereabouts too, but you get it free. Yesterday I showed you what whiteboard animation is. It's a video whereby you have a hand that can be, when someone is talking, you see the person's someone's hand will be moving. I don't know if I can get that video and show you again for whiteboard animation. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, something like this. All right. So you have that whiteboard animation course and the software, and then YouTube mastery course. This one is going to help you with your authority building. your content strategy. All right, this one is going to help you a lot. So you need to be on YouTube, set up your YouTube channel, and that course will help you. And then video editing. If you are creating videos, whether for YouTube or TikTok or Instagram, you need to be able to edit those videos very well. So Camtasia video editing course and the software will help you in that regard. And then, of course, you have the client acquisition bundle. You have AI prompts pack.
Have you ever been in a social gathering?
Okay, see the whiteboard animation here.
To network with one another, but you have learned on how to go about it because you are not prepared. Whenever you meet new people and you're opportune